Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of Wine Wednesdays with Don Tony.
Thank you to my husband. The mystery voice has returned. He came and hung out with me today. So, just to remind you, my name is Don Tony. I am a wine ambassador with Boisset Collections, which originated in Burgundy, France, and then spread out to Napa and Sonoma counties. And just to let you guys know, yes, I am drinking some wine. And if you can't see, it might be superimposed, you like that fancy word, flipped over. I thought there was going to be wine. And yes, there is wine. In fact, I'm tasting a custom labeled Cabernet Sauvignon. This was in the honor of my aunt who passed away last year. Rest easy, rest easy, rest easy. Anyway, so I've been doing this for about 13 years now. Excuse me, not 13 years. You know, when I screw up, take a sip. Yes, and I forgot the sticker off of the glass. Another sip. Who knows? This might be a very fun-filled Wine Wednesday. This is a 2020, and very good from Raymond. So, going to educate you guys a little bit today. And and I've also been involved with Boisset Collections since 2013. Yes, no. You know, it's been 8 years. I'll just say that. I don't do the addition very well. That's my sister's specialty. I work on the bodies. So, anyway, to get started, I'm going to talk to you guys about Boisset's spectrum of style. And what that means is Boisset has color-coded his wines with 5 different colors, and also with 5 different definitions of this spectrum of style. And what it reflects is it is the crack wine code and glorious style. In other words, this is what it consists of: 5 categories of Boisset's spectrum of wine style, which will reflect vivacious, voluptuous, elegant, sensuous, and powerful wines. And this color-coded wine navigation system will make sense of wine's complexity by sorting wines by flavor and therefore food pairing synergies. So there will be 6 wines. Show you what we're going to be talking about. 6 different wines. 6 different wines. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be drinking all night. These are the 6 different wines that are part of the spectrum of style. And they are some very good wines. And the first wine that we'll be discussing is a wine that is a vivacious wine. Well, let me give you a little bit more history. We'll be discussing a vivacious white Rhone blend, a vivacious Sauvignon Blanc, a voluptuous Chardonnay, an elegant Pinot Noir, a sensuous Merlot, and a powerful Cabernet Sauvignon. And yeah, and yeah, and yeah. So, give you a little bit of information. So, what is the definition of vivacious? So, looking up this definition, I'll give you 3 different synonyms that can describe vivacious. It's considered another word for energetic, lively, and cheerful, or you can even add spirited. So, that is what this wine is going to represent in regards to the Deloach trilogy. It is a 2022 white wine, and it is considered very vivacious. It has lush and fresh aromas of orange zest and lemon embrace upon the approach. It is bright, exotic, just like one of the definitions said, or synonyms, and it's refreshing. Flavors liven the palate with touches of mango, fresh peach, and kiwi. So this Deloach is considered a vivacious wine. So in other words, it's kind of a bright wine. I would say kind of like a Chardonnay, a nice summer wine. It's bright, light, something that you will really enjoy. And another wine that is considered vivacious is the Raymond 2022 exclusive selection. It is a Cabernet Sauvignon. Excuse me. Sauvignon Blanc. I like this music in the background. So, this wine is a North Coast Sauvignon Blanc, and it is delicious. It is a very nice light wine also. Oh, let me go back. So if you're interested, for the Deloach trilogy, if you're interested, the Deloach trilogy goes for $38. And it is a white blend. So, but it's very good, very good. 3 white grapes is what it's consisted of. And then also we're gonna go and talk about the Sauvignon Blanc. Like I said, 2022. It goes for $38 if you're interested. And just to remind you that the wines that Jean-Charles Boisset likes to create through these great grapes that he has are wines that are organic grapes, and they are grown biodynamically, which means they are grown through a lunar cycle as far as when to sow and when to reap the grapes. So it's all about the cycle of the moon. When to add certain fertilizers, when to add, I don't know, some other great things. But it's very good stuff, and it's all locally sourced. All of the grapes are within the Napa, Sonoma area, and Alexander Valley is part of the Sonoma Valley area, and Sonoma, somewhere in there. But very good grapes, very good grapes. So the next wine we're going to discuss will be a wine, it's going to be a voluptuous wine. Going back to the 5 different definitions. So we're going into voluptuous now. And voluptuous, and let me back up too. And also in regards to the wines, if you are interested and you go look at the back office, the wines, when they look at if it's a vivacious, voluptuous, energetic, sensuous, or powerful, you will see possibly one of these color-coded little symbols near the wine. That will let you know what type of wine it is as far as the scents. The type of scents or the spectrum. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, 5 different wines that I will be discussing with you and giving you a little definition. So going back to what I was saying, the next wine is a voluptuous wine. And the definition of voluptuous is, and also, well, I'll never mind. I'll just let it go. Also, just to let you know, so the voluptuous is considered one of 2 different definitions. Curvaceous and sexually attractive, typically used as a woman, in describing a woman. And another definition is relating to or characterized by luxury or sensual pleasure. So in other words, this is something that is very nice, makes you feel a certain way, feel voluptuous. But anyway, that's enough of that. So in regards to that, and then we're going to talk about this LVE wine, because I don't know if you guys remember, just to let you know that John Legend has collaborated with Jean-Charles Boisset to produce some wines underneath his label, which is LVE, which stands for Legend Vineyard Exclusive. And so the next wine we're going to be discussing is a voluptuous wine, and it is the LVE Legend. Yep. It sells for $55. It is a Chardonnay. And so just like his songs, he likes to sing about love. He likes to sing about sensuality, being intimate, being close. This wine represents that voluptuousness. It does have a nice, soft, warm, close feeling, if you understand what I mean by close. Sippy time, because it was close. Excuse me, pardon me. And to give you a little information, LVE brings together classic elegance, rich complexity, and modern soul to these wines, to this wine. So you've got that one to hear about. And the next wine we're going to be discussing is going to be an elegant wine. And that definition is in regards to the definition of elegant is pleasingly graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. And if you think of it as a scientific theory solution to a problem, it's pleasingly ingenuous and simple. So that's what this number 12 is all about. It is considered an elegant wine. It is the JCB number 12. And the reason why it is a number 12 is because Jean-Charles considers this wine to be perfect for a wine party. Or, excuse me, a wine dinner? Dinner party. Okay, sip, because I didn't, yeah. And I've only had a little sip, so what is my problem, right? Yes, he considered the number 12 perfect for a dinner party. And with this wine, it is considered convivial, inspiring, and amorous. Yes, and it is a very, very nice wine. I've had this a couple times, and it's a Pinot Noir. Very nice. It has a little bit of that smoky taste to it, but it's not very heavy, and it's very mellow on the palate, so that when you first take it, it's a nice, full, but not very strong red wine. And then as you rinse your mouth, wash it through the whole mouth, it's very nice on the palate. And then the finish is very smooth, just a little bit of that smoke or a little bit of a pepper taste, just a wee bit. But it's very good, very good. And so the next word, or the next wine we're going to discuss, is also it is a sensuous wine. Sensuous. Anyway, I had a moment. I'm gone. So, sensuous definition: relating to or affecting the senses rather than the intellect. So, in other words, the work showed a deliberate disregard of the more sensuous and immediately appealing aspects of painting. Another definition is attractive or gratifying physically, especially sexually. Oh, let me repeat that again. Sensuous is considered the definition of attractive or gratifying physically, especially sexually. Yeah, honey. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Anyway, yes. So we're going to be talking about the Wattle Creek Winery's Merlot. It's from California. It is a 2020 Merlot. Very nice. It has actually on this one, yes, it's very sensual. It's very soft, even though it's a little stronger than a Pinot Noir, but it's still very soft. It nice comfort feel. I know your mind's going to take off. Sorry about that. But I mean, comfort feel is like comfort food. When you've had something that tastes really good and you just have that feel. Same thing with this. Just like, with when it says especially sexually or attractive. And how do you feel when it's sensuous? You feel that it's comfort. It's comfort. It's fulfilling. It just makes you feel at peace. Just so anyway, this bottle, as I digress, sells for $26, and it is part of the how they practice sustainable viticulture and utilizing minimally intrusive winemaking techniques to produce this Merlot. I've had it. It's very good. It's very good. Delicious. And also, just to let you guys know that these wines that I'm discussing are also the name of the wine flight. It's called Spectrum of Style. And when you begin the wine taste, you start from something very light and you go over to the stronger wines. And it doesn't have to always be, well, in this case, yes, it'll start with a white, transition into some reds, into a stronger reds. But if you do want a wine flight, or if you do want to do a wine flight, it can be all whites. It can be all reds. It can be a mix. But the suggestion is, if you're going to have mixed bottles, try to go with the lightest flavor and taste and body, color too, to the heavier palate taste and stronger colors. Okay? So, anyway, moving on to the next one. So the next one is the last one. Yes, it is. And it is the definition, the last one is considered a powerful wine. And what does it mean in regards to powerful? It says two different definitions. It is one is having control and influence over people and events. If you're a wine drinker, could be, especially if it's a good wine, it can get control over people and the event. Good wine, good time. Next thing you know, you're like, woo, we're having a good time, we're chilling and hanging out. Or you can also look at the other definition, having or producing great force or energy in regards to your wine. Uh-oh. All right. And this last one that we're going to be discussing is the JCB 2021 Joy and Serenity. This wine sells for $48. And this wine is a collaboration between Jean-Charles Boisset, who is just to remind you, Jean-Charles is the proprietor of Boisset Collections and Boisset Wines, period. He did a collaboration with Jane Seymour. If you remember, she's a very well-known actress, and she's also a philanthropist. Wine time. Anyway, back to what we were supposed to be discussing. So the actress, and as a philanthropist, is known to the world for her manly talents and generous heart. So what they did together was they discovered their mutual adoration for art, and a friendship began, and it has evolved into a collaboration. So joy and serenity is their united vision for a wine that can be enjoyed together with loved ones, but also bring joy, care, and support to the world around us. And so every bottle that is sown that is sold, a portion of the monies will go to Open Hearts Foundation to help with, you know what? I'm so bad at this. I apologize. For the different causes that she supports. And she supports very different, many causes in regards. And look, I've only had a little bit. You think the way I'm talking and hipping and sipping and messing up. But anyway, that's what the powerful wine is. So, just to remind you, I just talked to you, get a little education on the spectrum of style wines created through Boisset Collections. It is a unique flight of wines that will take you through the 5 senses of the different wines that Boisset Collections has in their portfolio. Just a little sample. And again, those 5 senses are for the vivacious, voluptuous, elegant, sensuous, powerful, elegant and powerful. And they're all delicious wines. If you are interested in knowing more about the wines, if you're interested more about becoming a wine member, or if you're interested in purchasing the wines, of course, or anything in regards to Boisset wines, let me know. Inbox me, or DM me, direct message me, and let me know. I will be glad to talk with you and share. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. It's been a long time. I missed you guys all. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, and sometimes life takes over, and life is life. So enjoy your life, because like this glass says, I was told there'd be wine. There was, and there wasn't. Cheers!